this episode, our journey begins at Bimini and our anchorage right outside of Bimini World Resorts and Casinos. Even in high winds, this anchorage was well protected, the holding was good, and it had fast and free internet. And every now and then, you'd get away from the people aboard the Bimini World Resort seaplane. Okay, we're leaving Bimini World Resorts Casino, and we're heading back down the channel between North and South Bimini. We're going to Gun Cay today, and we're going to spend the night there so we can head to Chub Cay tomorrow. But it couldn't be more smooth today. A little bit of rain, but the anchorage at Gun was perfect. I never get tired of seeing the ocean floor through the crystal clear water. Here we are, in over 10 feet of water with our boat floating above the grassy bottom. The next day, we pulled anchor at 4:30 a.m. and got an early start towards Chub. We wanted to be securely anchored before the sunset. And the water was perfect, a flat sea and a decent breeze. We did a little fishing and a little catching too. You just let your fish go. But mostly we just watched the water go by. Well, we're making our way from Gun Cay to Chub Cay. Gun Cay's way back there, and Chub Cay's way up there. But while we're out here manning the helm and kicking ass, Tammy's job is that's what she does on passages. Makes the time go by better. Then we were getting ready to leave the shallows of the Great Bahama Bank and pass the Northwest Channel marker and into deep blue ocean and onto the last 14 miles before we arrived at Chub. To Chub Cay. And there's Chub. We just put the sails down. It was made it in about 3:30, 11 hours from Gun Cay. We left Chub on the second day, waiting for favorable winds. Next stop, Rose Island. It's a small island just a couple miles east of Nassau. But it wasn't the most comfortable day for sailing. but not being able to get this mahi on board was what we remembered the most. Well, it's been a rough day of sailing. Been a rough day of sailing. Been a rough day of sailing. Dealing with storm clouds and kind of a messed up sea. But there's Nassau. There's Nassau in the distance. It looks like more rain in front of us, but hopefully this rain goes away. And it did stop raining by the time we got to the south side of Rose Island and sent the hook. We anchored right behind Sandy Toes Resort and were able to pick up some pretty fast internet for the 2 days we were here. We just pulled up the anchor at Rose Island and we are heading to Allan's Key, where all the iguanas are. What time is it? 8:30? It's actually, should be able to sail today. It's got a nice north wind. Dances with Dolphins is sitting over there. They're supposed to be heading out today also. But this is where we spent the last couple days. It was a great sail down to Allan's, and we quickly picked our spot to drop the anchor. But it wasn't until 2 o'clock in the morning that we discovered that we'd anchored too close to the current and had to pick it back up and reset it. And not real fun to do in the wee hours of the morning. But for today, we went ashore and fed the rock iguanas, something that I guess every cruiser has to check off their to-do list. Key that we made today from Allan's Key that we left a couple hours ago, or an hour ago. We gotta figure out a place that we're gonna anchor. Well, this is our anchorage at Norman's Key. The next day is a quick motor sail down to Norman's, and we anchored right off the west side for the protection from the east wind. We wanted a nice big area to anchor in. Since Allan's anchorage was so tight with a massive current, it was nice to be sharing this whole side of the island with only one other boat. We loaded up the dinghy and headed out to explore this beautiful beach that was right in front of us. The weather was perfect, and we got to enjoy the afternoon messing around on an isolated beach. It doesn't get much better. Next time, we head off for Staniel Key and then to Georgetown. But that's for next time. Good thing it's a tough case.
What are you doing?
Filming? What do you think I'm doing?